The Talksport Fan Network.
The ultimate on-demand destination for the UK's best fan-led football podcasts.
Want authentic supporter insight on all things Bournemouth? Follow Up the Cherries in all departments on the Talksport Fan Network.
Club-dedicated content created by the fans, for the fans.
Search Talksport Fan Network.
Well, three people will be very, very pleased today as they have been merited. And that is, of course, the title of this video. Of course, to discuss this with me, I have got my main man next to me, Mr. Matthew Harrison. How are you doing, Matt?
Yeah, all good, Craig. Another show. Very, very quick, coming thick and fast. But like the title says, three people that have been awarded and thoroughly deserved. So yeah, definitely.
Definitely. And I absolutely love that yellow coach's shirt. That's a special one, that one.
It is. It's a real favorite of mine. I actually had the small one as a kid. And the Frizzell one as well. The Frizzell version. Yeah, was lucky to have the adult version passed down to me.
Nice, mate. Nice.
Yeah. You know, the retro kits, but we could be here all day on that. So,
oh bloody hell, yeah, definitely. Me and you talking about retro kits, yeah, it could go on and on and on. Maybe we should do a show, but it'll probably be a 5-hour show.
We've been saying for like the last 3 years we'll be doing a shirt show at some point, but
yeah, we have.
doing it, isn't it? I'm sure one day we probably will.
We will do. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's look at the men who have been merited. So here we go. And there they are with their awards. And the first one, Justin Kluivert. Of course, this is only taking into account January, but played 4 games, which we won 3, drew 1. 5 goals, 2 assists. And that included doing something his own father never did.
Yes, that's that trick at St. James's.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just great for him, isn't it? I mean, he's been having a phenomenal season. He's been a favourite of my player, one of my favourite players since he, joined the club last year, and he's really embedded this year. He's come on, massively, hasn't he? His performances. I thought he was good last year. This year, he's excelled himself. So, thoroughly deserved this. Really happy for the player. I think it's a nice one to win, and with his performance this month, last month especially, obviously January. It's kind of the icing on the cake for him, isn't it, really? I mean, long may his performances continue. Long may he stay fit. Because he's been a massive asset, and like I say, I've sung his praises so many times on this channel that I don't think there's really much more I can say in terms of him as a player. But this is a great award for him. I think he's only the second Bournemouth player to win this award. I think after Dom Solanke won it last season.
Yeah, I think so. I think you might be right.
And he's only the fourth or fifth Dutch player to win it in Premier League history.
Yes.
But, I feel like, actually, this will probably sum it up. He's the second Bournemouth player to win it.
Yep.
Solanke won it in December 2023. And he joins the elite list of Dutch players to win the award, following on from the footsteps of Ruud van Nistelrooy, Dennis Bergkamp, Robben, Rafael van der Vaart, and Robin van Persie, Tim Krul, and Virgil van Dijk. So a few more than what I originally thought. But some excellent names there to be associated with, isn't there? I mean, Dennis Bergkamp is probably, I remember watching Dennis Bergkamp on Match of the Day every week as a kid. And I mean, just what a class act. Ruud van Nistelrooy, great striker. Some excellent Robin van Persie. Some excellent names there to be associated with. But the last Dutch winner was in December 2018. So it's been a while since a Dutch player's had that in his hands. So, yeah, excellent. And also, he had the player of the match as well, didn't he? Award for the Newcastle game. So he's had some awards this month, and deservedly so.
He deserved that player of the match award. I'll tell you what, that was one of the best performances in the best performance I think I've ever seen from a Bournemouth side. How many more how many more accolades can we give to that match? Because okay, the Forest game was great, but to go to St James's Park and wipe the floor with Newcastle like that was unbelievable. I'm surprised actually, looking at that list of Dutch winners, that Mark Overmars never won it.
Yes, another quality player.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just thinking that. I thought, where's Mark Overmars? But yeah, no, Mark Overmars didn't win it, which is a bit
Yeah.
of a surprise to me. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean,
that is Justin.
it's just, I mean, it's just great, isn't it, that he's achieved this, and it's thoroughly deserved. And I mean, it's great, isn't it? I mean, he's a phenomenal player. He's been massive in our results this season, in our performances this season. So it's great. But obviously, he's not the only one that's been credited.
No,
There's also
exactly,
a certain
exactly.
manager as well, isn't there?
Yes, Mr. Iraola. So of course it shows the wins against Everton, Newcastle, and Forest there. Look at the amount of goals we scored in those games, and of course that 2-2 draw against Chelsea, which to be fair, that Reece James free kick, it still irks me. It still irks Neil Moss, I think. It should never have really counted. And he's been outstanding. Do you know what? I feel more and more stupid by the day, and so should I feel stupid by the day for actually doubting him at the start and going, you know what? It's not going to work. I just can't see, I don't think we've got the players. Do you know what? I feel like an absolute pillar can say I should do because these guys spot on.
I'm not. I'm not one to like to say to you, "I told you so," but I told you
You
so.
did. Yeah,
Once it clicks, it's going to click. But hey ho, no matter what anybody said in the past, when
exactly.
Iriola first arrived, it doesn't mean nothing now, does it? I mean,
No.
he's he's his football is unbelievable. The football we're having the privilege to watch
Mm,
is the best football I've ever watched at Bournemouth, and
agree.
he's building his own legacy. Everyone, there's been the whole comparison thing with him and Howe. And, for me, it's a very difficult one to compare because Howe's
Yeah.
already got his legacy. He's always going to be known as that first manager to bring us to the Premier League, the manager that saved us from going out the Football League entirely. He's got a legacy. This guy's got to build his own legacy. And I'm very, very confident that he's going to leave behind a fantastic legacy. But yes, to win his second, manager of the month award, when he's competing against coaches like, Pep and, all the others, Arteta and the Chelsea guy, whatever his name is, I forget his name. When there's a lot of coaches, and he was nominated for December, wasn't he? And I remember, we covered it, and I said at the time he won't win it because of the other results for a couple of other managers, but he thoroughly deserves this for this month. Absolutely. Picking Forest apart, going to St James's Park and playing them off the field. The win against Everton at home, okay, we had to, dig in a bit more for that, but we got the result. The Chelsea one, yeah, I do agree. That's the kick in the nuts. I would never have said in a million years Reece James would score a free kick, But at the end of the day, we gave a free kick away in a very vulnerable position, and obviously they punished us. But all in all, Thoroughly deserved. Absolutely thoroughly deserved. And
Agree.
let's just hope the manager of the month curse doesn't kick in. Because obviously, we want our good form to continue. And, the guys want to bounce back after last week, don't they? Which was disappointing. But, you're playing
Yeah.
the best team currently in Europe. That's who we were playing
Mm.
last week. It wasn't a case that we were playing, a mid-table side. They are top of the Champions League. They are top of the Premier League. They are in all cup competitions still. So, we played best team in Europe last week, and we didn't do ourselves any, we didn't do ourselves anything bad in that game. We still performed well. Okay, we couldn't put the ball in the net. Okay, we gave Salah too much time for his goal, but all in all, the performance was still decent. So we can't be too disgruntled by it. It's a disappointment, but we've got to dust ourselves down. We've got to go again. That starts with the cup game, and
Yeah.
hopefully we can keep the form going in the league.
Yeah, definitely. And hey, if there was a manager of the month or player of the month curse, hey, it's out of our system now. That with that defeat against Liverpool, but Iraola has added his Barclays Manager of the Month award from March 2024, making him the second Bournemouth manager to win the award on multiple occasions after Eddie Howe, who won it 3 times with the Cherries between 2017 and 2018 before joining current club Newcastle. And yeah, that really does show, how good Iraola, what a great job he's done. And long may it continue. But of course, it wasn't just that. We actually won the goal of the month as well, didn't we?
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
Brooksy's strike against Everton. As much as we say about that game and how frustrating it was, and Dyche had, pretty much 11 men behind the ball when we was attacking, we got there in the end. We got it done. We got the 3 points. And it was through a fantastic strike that was unstoppable, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. It was frustrating at times, but the way he I love the way Brooksy kind of glides past players and glides, into that far post, from, making his runs in, to the back post.
Yeah.
And like he did against Everton. I mean, what a volley though! What a finish! I mean, a lot of people would have hammered it straight over the north stand, but no, great finish. And watching all the goals as well, from it during the voting process, I thought to myself then, Brooksy kind of deserves this. But I didn't think Brooksy was going to get it, to be honest with you, because I had a good feeling that Iraola would definitely get Manager of the Month. But it's great to see us hit the hat trick with it. I think it's fantastic. It's great for the club. It's great for morale. It just shows that all their hard work is paying off. And fair play to Brooksy. Great finish. Good player, Brooksy. I love Brooksy. Another one of my favourites. I just love how he glides past players. He's, I wouldn't say he's the most paciest player of them all, but the way he just, kind of reminds me a little bit like Wade Elliott used to be. He never used to be the fastest of players, but he could glide past people, like with ease. And Brooksy is exactly the same. And thoroughly deserved. I mean, all of them are thoroughly deserved this month. And us Bournemouth fans are very, very happy that they've managed to win them. And let's just hope we kick on and maybe hopefully get some more of these awards between now and the end of the season.
Definitely. Well, thank you guys for checking out the video. Hit the like, subscribe, the bell button below. Also check out our sponsors. Canva sponsor is touchpointtelecoms.co.uk for all your business telecoms needs across Somerset, Wiltshire, Dorset, Hampshire, Berkshire, London, the West Midlands, the East Midlands, wherever, Devon, Cornwall. Yeah, you get the picture. And also check out Dental on the Banks at dentalonthebanks.co.uk. Here's a little video about them now. And all that needs to be said now is thank you for checking out this video. Do check out all of our recent content, which will be down below in all of the tabs, as you'll be able to see on the main page. So from me and Matt, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you in the next one.
The Talksport Fan Network.
The ultimate on-demand destination for the UK's best fan-led football podcasts.
Want authentic supporter insight on all things Bournemouth? Follow Up the Cherries in all departments on the Talksport Fan Network.
Club-dedicated content created by the fans, for the fans.
Search Talksport Fan Network.